village of Seacross, only to find out that unfortunately we didn't have the right permission to enter the cave with our television equipment. You won't have that problem though. All you have to do is climb the hillside and then you too can visit Zeus's cave.
Most of the programs you hear on 1584 radio are pre-recorded in either Los Angeles or New York, but there are some familiar names like Lon Rowland and Carrie Matheson.
One name that's not so familiar is that of Olivia Haringa, at least not until now. She's the subject of tonight's Spotlight.
Our Spotlight had to move fast to catch up with Olivia Haringa, but we finally managed to pin her down in the studios of 1584 radio, where she was recording her weekly show.
Good afternoon and welcome once again to Sabor Latino. I'm Olivia Haringa and Lupe Lopez and I will be bringing you today's Latin sounds. We hope you enjoy them. We're starting things off with Pastor Lopez, Nuestro Anillito.
Doing Sabor Latino every week, a job in itself, is not the only activity that keeps Olivia moving. She's the president of Iraklion's Hispanic Club and a member of the European Council of Latin American Clubs. She's also a European member of the Catholic Women's Organization, as well as the coordinator for Airmen's Appreciation Night for the local Catholic women of the chapel. As if that isn't enough, she's active in the Officers' Wives Club and does Red Cross volunteer work. Olivia says she lives by the saying, "I'd rather burn out than rust out," and she plans to burn bright for some time to come. IMAG isn't finished yet either. Here's Kathy and Bob with Touch and Go.
And if you should find yourself sitting around on a Saturday afternoon with nothing to do, why not try the miniature golf course? It's reopened after 2 years. MWR runs the course, and for 50 cents per 9 holes, you can have a go at it. Pay for 2 games, or get a hole-in-one, and the third game is free. The hours are 1:30 to 4:30 on Saturday afternoons.
One Tuesday afternoon, Bob headed toward the ball fields. To catch a good game? No, to catch a bad game.
The two intramural teams with the worst records were going to clash, and we decided to find out what all the commotion was all about. And find out I did, when the Group 2 Gophers and the hospital team took the field. Even at that rate, someone had to win. It was the hospital, 13-12.
We can't say much about their batting, but something that was a big hit was the last retreat ceremony. It wasn't the usual gathering of military members. This time, all due respects were paid by Iraklion scout troops.
Major Bob Haringa is the Scout Committee Chairman, and he says the ceremony is a good way for the Scouts to learn discipline and the significance of the flags.
It's tough to learn discipline when the wind won't let up, but the Scouts did an impressive job. And Major Haringa says we can look for the Scouts at retreat about every quarter. In the past, you could look for IMAG about every 3 weeks, with an exception this time around.
At least there's an exception in the works. This time we won't be TDY, but our camera will as it travels to Germany with our engineers for a training session.
Then by the time the camera gets back, Bob will be gone. He PCSs in early September, so this is officially our last Iraklion magazine together.
So 15 months and what seems like countless IMAGs down the road, it's time for me to say goodbye, for us to say goodnight, and thanks for watching us watch you on the picture pages of Iraklion magazine.
Good night.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Talk about countless IMAGs. We know. I'm Bill Yock, the MAG's technical director, and of course you know Kathy Urban. Here Kathy and I are working hard to put the magazine together for you. But I wonder where Bob is.
Come on, Bill. It's been this way for the past 15 months.
Yeah, you think we should tell him?
Yeah, I do. Bill and I wanted you to get to know Bob the way we know Bob, up close and personal. You can tell a lot about a man by his surroundings. This is Bob's desk.
This is Bob's wardrobe rack. It's where he keeps all his clothes he uses on IMAG. He forgets to hang them up sometimes, so we like to help him out. That was, oh, wait a minute. This is kind of, oh, geez. Boy, I haven't seen that in years.
I remember that one, Bill, yeah. Like every professional broadcaster, Bob Garcia keeps his tape library. Lots of tape. Bad day, yeah. Not quite the Bob Garcia you may have pictured, huh?
Yeah, and not quite as eloquent either. Meet Bob Garcia in the field.
That score was certainly a lot closer than the football game. Want to bring back some old memories?
Yeah.
Remember Sunko?
If you're anything like me, then chances are you're glad to be on Crete. But the plain and simple truth of it is we didn't have much choice. The Air Force sent us whether we wanted to or not. That's not always the case in the case of everyone who comes here. Kathy... Well, we want to thank Bill and Carrie for taking the time out to give us a look at a visitor to our base. But right now, you know, there's a lot been going on in the last few weeks. A lot.
Hi, I'm Kathy Urban.
And I'm Bob Garcia. I'm beginning to believe we have the same effect on the world. What are you doing over there?
What do you mean? Nothing.
I heard you chuckling. Thank you, Bill. Now, what was I supposed to say? But tonight, we think we've got a show that's worth waiting for.
Okay.
As opposed to others, which could have just gone in the garbage can the day we did them. Je ne sais quoi. Stop it for a second.
Yeah.
She's laughing at my... I don't know where I was thinking. I'm off in left field somewhere. Go ahead.
Oh.
Okay,
All
got it that
right.
time.
It's a day.
I thought... Some days are diamonds, some days are...
Tell us about it, Garcia. IMAG days usually are for us. Well, guess we better get back to work, huh, Bill?
Yeah, Bob will show up in about 6 hours, and he'd like to hear that we've got it finished.
This time we won't be here.
Oh, glad you got to know Bob, like Bill and I know Bob. And good night. We mean it this time. Roll it, Bill.
And thanks for watching us watch you on the picture pages of Iraklion magazine.
Good night.
Serving overseas, home seems so far away. Armed Forces Television brings you a touch of home in stateside entertainment. See the stars, watch the shows, and hear the music from the good old USA. You're viewing AFTV, Channels 2 and 6, Iraklion Air Station Crete, serving the members of the European Command.